Welcome to my views and news. Friday's first video. Firstly, we have some updates for you on the ongoing tensions between Ethiopian Orthodox Church and Ethiopian government, and within the church between a rival faction. What happened last night? Today is very crucial, viewers, because the federal court is hearing the case filed by the Orthodox Church against the other faction based in Oromia. This decision could lead to de-escalation, it seems, and what is happening at government offices. And what happened last night at a church in Addis Ababa, where there were some tensions yesterday. And Abu Nesarios led faction issued a statement last night. Details for you. Secondly, Tigray responded to a letter written by the Holy Synod. 2 days ago, we reported that Ethiopian Orthodox Church Holy Synod wrote a letter to Tigray Tigray Archdiocese, Archbishop of Tigray Diocese. We are waiting for Tigray response, and Archbishop of Tigray Diocese talked to Deutsche Welle, and Deutsche Welle correspondent asked question about the letter written by Holy Synod. What did Merha Christos, Archbishop of Tigray, say? We have details for you. Firstly, viewers, today is very crucial because only option left to de-escalate the tension between Ethiopian government and church is judicial intervention, it seems, because two sides are sticking to their positions. Ethiopian government has banned Sunday's protest. Church says it will protest on Sunday. Church has laid out 4 preconditions. It wants the government to fulfill church's 4 demands. If demands are not met, church will hold demonstrations across Ethiopia after 48 hours. Now, only option left is judicial intervention. Federal High Court is hearing the case filed by Orthodox Church around 4 to 5 days ago. The church is asking the court to pass order that churches in the Oromia region, which have been taken by the new faction led by Abu Nesarios, must come back under previous administration. And Oromia regional government, Oromia regional police, Ethiopian federal police, all are parties to this case. Church wants the court to pass instruction to these 3 parties that they must ensure implementation of status quo which existed before the start of this conflict between rival factions of Orthodox Church. If court agrees with the church's plea and it passes direction that Oromia regional government must restore the status quo which existed before the start of this tension, it would be a big victory for the church. It could lead to de-escalation of the situation, and obviously church is hoping it should happen, but court can only pass such an order if government backs the court. We know that Ethiopian courts are not independent. Judiciary is under the thumb of the government. So if government is ready to make some concessions, obviously it will ask the court to intervene to give some relief to the church. Let's see what happens. Coming 4 to 5 hours are very crucial, viewers. If judicial intervention is the solution, then we could see some court order which will be used by the church, which will be shown by the church as a win for church stand, and it could be a sort of face saving for Ethiopian government. Yesterday, if you remember, in yesterday's government's statement, Communication Ministry said that Ethiopian government was bound to obey court orders. It was bound to obey legal orders. There was a hint, I think, in yesterday's statement that if a court ordered an action, government would be implementing it. So let's see. Coming 3 to 4 hours is very crucial period. Secondly, meetings are underway at government offices in the afternoon. Mostly notices are being shared in the social media that government offices are, especially in Addis Ababa, they are holding meetings about the worsening situation. Because if this conflict goes on, we could see serious security threat inside Addis Ababa. That is why reportedly at most government offices meetings are underway. Some instructions have been passed from federal level which are now being discussed at government offices. Meanwhile, people, Orthodox followers, slept at a church, inside church premises last night, where there were tensions yesterday. Air Tana Kidane Mehre Church is on Oromia, Addis Ababa border, not far away from Valate. Yesterday, the church started ringing bells because there were rumors that the new bishops had arrived to take control of the church. Security forces arrived there, but there was no arrival of new faction. And then Addis Ababa police issued a statement saying that rumors were spread, there were no new faction arrival at the church, and Addis Ababa police warned the people against spreading rumors. Now, people spent the night at the church. You can see some pictures on your screen. Why? Because people feared that if they leave church compound, the other faction could take control of it. So, tensions there, but so far no arrival of other faction bishops at this church. Thirdly, viewers, the social media networks, some are still banned in Ethiopia. NetBlocks is an international source which monitors blockage of social media sites and other content. And this source, NetBlocks, reported last night that Facebook was restricted, TikTok restricted, and Telegram restricted in Ethiopia, and that was due to the religious tensions. I think YouTube is working, other some social media sites too, but some are still down in Ethiopia reportedly. Lastly, viewers, about this tension, Abune Sarios-led Oromia region-based Orthodox faction issued a statement last night. They met in Valiso, you know, that the three archbishops, Abune Sarios, Abune Evostotios, Abune Xenomorkos, and 25 other bishops, they entered Valiso in the afternoon, I think, and then they held discussions there. And after that, they issued a statement. The statement came after Orthodox Church announced to continue its demonstration on Sunday. Now, this faction led by Abune Sarios has announced a similar protest, which it postponed 2 days ago. So it's a sort of a protest, counter-protest, because Orthodox Church announced a protest a few days ago that it will be held on the 12th of February. Abune Sarios-led faction announced this a protest on the same date, 12th of February. Then government banned protests. Abune Sarios-led faction postponed the protest. After that, Orthodox Church announced that it would hold the protest the 12th of February, and then the Abune Sarios-led faction said it will also hold a protest on the 12th of February. So this Abune Sarios-led faction is announcing protests to counter the protest being announced by Orthodox Church led by Abune Matthias. And this protest announced by Abune Sarios-led faction is being used by the government. The government says that two rival protests could lead to collision, confrontation. That is why government has banned all demonstrations. Lastly, viewers, the Tigray responded to a letter written from Ethiopian Orthodox Church, Holy Synod. 2 days ago, the letter was made public by a journalist from Tigray. The letter was a sort of apology and a request from the Holy Synod to Tigray Adagarat Diocese Archbishop Marha Christos. And in that letter, the Holy Synod expressed its desire for restoration of ties with Tigray Orthodox Church, or Tigray Orthodox Diocese. And we know that since for the last 2 years, the relationship between Tigray Diocese and Holy Synod of Addis Ababa, the connection has been cut off, you can say, and Tigray announced a partial split as well, though Tigray has not formed new synod, it hasn't elected new patriarch as well. Marha Christos, Archbishop of Adagra Diocese, was interviewed by a correspondent from Deutsche Welle, a German news source, and the correspondent asked 2 questions. Firstly, he asked about the response of the Archbishop about the letter written from Orthodox Church to Adagra Diocese. Marha Christos confirmed. He did not deny that letter, that no letter was written. He confirmed in a way. He said that the position of Tigray Orthodox Church was unchanged. Relationship between Tigray Diocese and Addis Ababa based Holy Synod, the connection between them, it has been severed. It will remain so. No change in the position of Tigray Diocese. Secondly, the correspondent asked a question about ongoing division within the church, the challenge which is being faced by the Holy Synod from Oromia. And Marha Christos did not comment on that. He said he did not have any information. So, I think the Archbishop handled the questions in a very mature manner. He did not say a word about ongoing split within the church. At the same time, he reiterated Tigray's position, that Tigray's position about its split with Holy Synod of Addis Ababa is unchanged. So no reconciliation. So, by the way, several viewers contacted me, some social media activists as well, when I tweeted about this letter. And they said, Sajid, no letter had been written, and that they had checked from the church officials, from church too, and it was a fake news. But it wasn't a fake news, because Adagra Diocese Archbishop is now confirming. If no letter had been written to Tigray Adagra Archbishop, he would have rejected it as a rumor. He did not say that. He only said Tigray's position is unchanged. Thank you for watching.